Okay, now we're going to start. A very good morning to everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Hemanta, and I'm going to teach you quantitative aptitude. Okay, before going to start my class, let me share some of my experience that I have in this field. I have completed my master degree in mathematics, but it doesn't matter whether I completed my master in maths or not, because it is matter that how much experience does I have in this field. So actually, I have around 9 year experience in this field, both teacher as well as a student. But around 4 year, maybe I have experience in teaching field. And I was a teacher in Delhi for some months. And nowadays, those institutes was the most popular and the best among the coaching institute, KD campus. So don't worry, if you are not going to Delhi, we will not let you down. We will give you the best teaching method here. And when I was a teacher there in Delhi, I have learned a lot of experience from there. And I'm going to teach you the same method where the non-Manipuri, the outside teacher have taught there in Delhi. Okay, that's all. And I'm sharing some of my experience as a student regarding in this field. I have cleared 2 times man in SSC CGL, and I went for document verification. So let me share you something about CGL. In CGL, SSC CGL, there is 4 tiers. First tier, second tier, third tier, and fourth tier. We already know that what is first tiers. In the first tier, there is 200 marks. Is my sound clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's 200 marks and 100 questions. It's of carrying 2 marks. It's question carrying 2 marks. And there is 4 sections. That is QA, reasoning, general awareness, and English. And in the tier 2, there is 400 marks. And having 2 sections. That is quantitative aptitude and English. But in the QA, there is 100 questions, and 200 marks. It means its question carry 2 marks. And in English, there is 200 questions and 200 marks. And after that, there is third tier. In the third tier, there is a descriptive paper. That is writing mode pen and paper mode. This descriptive mode, there's a descriptive type. Descriptive paper. So in this descriptive paper, there is only 2 questions. That is essay writing and letter writing. Essay writing and letter writing. And the essay writing, there is, you have to write the essay in 250 words for essay writing. And for letter writing, you have to write within 150 words. You know why I'm telling you about the descriptive? Because that was the experience I feel when I was a student. That's why. Somebody thinks that in the descriptive paper, when we write more more than 250 words. When we write the essay, more than 250 words, we think that, okay, I write a lot of words. No, that's a negative marking. If you write the descriptive essay in 250 words, if you can, you just write exact 250 words. Otherwise, you can write maximum of plus minus 5 words. Otherwise, you have a negative marking. And forget all those grammatical error, spelling mistake, because it has a negative marking also. But the most important thing is in the descriptive writing, everybody thinks that, me also when I was a student, I think that, okay, I write the essay when I collect all the data, the exact data, and write those data to the essay, I think, okay, I may be able to get a higher mark. That's not possible. Because the examiner want to know that how much concept you clear on those questions. Because they are giving me only one question, there is no option. Only one question they are giving you. Question, and how much concept do you have on those topics? And you have to write in your own language in a conceptual manner. It has also 10 mark extra, 10 mark extra label. And somewhat in the later, I think also. And the last in the therefore there is a document verification. In the document verification, when I was a student, my document verification was conducted in Delhi SSC office. So you have to bring all those certificate and marks it in original, and you have to bring 2 Xerox copy of each of them, because sometimes they ask you to self-attest it, and sometimes they told you that you have to attest it by a gazetted officer. That's why you have to bring at least 2 Xerox copy of each of the certificates. Okay. And one of the major issue when I first there in the SSC office was that some of the university, they are giving me the mark sheet for graduation on the last semester. I mean, for semester Y, they are not giving the mark sheet. They just only upload the mark on the website. If it happens to any of you, you just download the mark sheet and sign it from the head of the institute or head of the department, because sometimes it may upset you when you go to the document verification in SSC office, because there are a lot of officers. Sometimes they think that it is right, sometimes they think that it is wrong. That's why, because they have the right to reject any candidate on any information is wrong. Okay, this is about the CGL and about the banking service and related, like banking, IBPS PO, IBPS clerk, RRB PO, and RBI grade D, and insurance exams. But for bank PO, I have cleared 2 times in bank PO, and I went for interview as a bank PO and as a clerk. You can ask me that question. So is there any interview in the clerk? Yes, there is no interview nowadays. From 2014 or 15, I didn't remember the exact. In the previous, there is a interview in the clerk also. Okay, now let's see. In the bank interview, I was conducted my interview in Union Bank of India at Noida, Delhi. So there are a lot of candidates. I mean, in Delhi, such a tough competition there in Delhi. So I was there for interview, and there was 5 panel members, and one of the panel is ladies. So they're very calm. But unfortunately, my interview was conducted in the afternoon. At the evening time, when the interviewer are so boring. So that's why my bad luck. That's why they didn't give me the attention to take the interview. And they're asking me some banking related question like NPA and everything, anything else. And one of the panel members asked me that, what is the voting age, right? And when was it reduced from 21 years to, I think, like question that. Okay. So now let's go straight to the class. I'm going to teach you percentage topic. You know why I am choosing percentage topic here? Because in nowadays class, percentage is very important topic because it can be related in all topics. And the percentage question may become question 1 or 2, but in the DI nowadays, all the question from the DI comes under the percentage method. So here percentage if you are not unable to understand my English, so I can speak in Manipuri also. This is not mother language, that's why maybe some mistake also. Percentage here, the per means divide, just basic, and cent means 100. When we are going to calculate percentage, we always use 1/100 in the percentage. And if we are going to calculate percent, we always multiply 100, because when we multiply 100, this values goes to percent, right? That's why we always multiply 100. And we are going to convert some of the fraction into percentage, because it is very important when you calculate the question very easily. Like 1/2 is 50%. We already know that. Why? 50% is 50/100 is equal to 1/2. Is that okay? You know why I read here? Because I am going to keep this relation here, and I'm going to calculate question here. Don't worry about it. I read here because I'm going to keep this fraction into percentage. Okay, that's why I'm going to keep this. And here 1/3 is how much? 33 whole number 1/3%, and 1/4 is, you already know that it's 25%, and 1/5 goes to 20%. 1/6 goes to 16 whole number 2/3%. And 1/7 goes to how much? 14 whole number 2/7%. And 1/8 goes to 12 whole number 1/2%. And 1/9, that is 11 whole number 1/9%. Okay, I'm going to write some of the fraction because it may be very easy to calculate when I use some question there. Then 1/10, we already know that is 10%. And 1/11, that is 9 whole number 1/11%. And 1/12, that is 8 whole number 1/3%. And 1/14, I'm not going to calculate 13 because this question is not common. This fraction is not common. That's why. 1/14, that is 7 whole number 1/7%. And 1/15, this goes to 6 whole number, how much? 2/3%. And 1/16, this is the last one, that is 6 whole number 1/4%. So here are some list of the fractions which are converted into percentage. Okay. Now you can think that here 1/7, when you found 2/7, 2/7 is a fraction. Okay, 2/7 in a function of a fraction. We just only study about the 1/7. 1/7 study the way when you found it. So you just multiply it 1/7. Is it okay? Right. So 2 into how much this one? This is 14 whole number 2/7%. So we multiply it. 2 into 14, how much? 28. 2 into 2, 4 by 7. When we multiply to the 14, we have to multiply to the remainder also, because it is important. Okay? And likewise, 3 by 7 also. 3 by 7 is equal to multiplied. How much? 3 to 6 by 7%. Like, is this concept clear? Okay. Now, let's straight to the questions. The most of the question now I am going to select is previous year oriented question. Now, your question is
Blurry on set listing.
okay. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If 11 whole number 1 by 9% of a number is added to the number itself, it becomes 900. Now the question is, find the original number. This is the question. This question is also asked in the previous year exam. Okay. So let me calculate in the basic method first. Then slowly I'm going to pick up in the advanced level. Okay. So here we don't know what is the value of that number. This is going to be find out. Okay. So let x be the given number. X be the given number. Given number in lower. So here 11 whole number 1 by 9. 11 whole number 1 by 9% of x is added to the number itself. It becomes how much? That is 900. And find out the x. This is the question. Now let's see. What is the fraction value of 11 whole number 1 by 9? I have written that is 1 by 9. Where? Here. Here. 11 whole number 1 by 9 value fraction is 1 by 9. So 1 by 9 of x plus x is equal to 900. That is, we just take out the common x. What is the remaining? That is 1 by 9 plus 1 is equal to 900. And implies, we just take LCM and find out that is 919 plus 1, that is 10 by 9 is equal to 900. We just cancel 0 and multiply x is equal to how much? 9 into 9? 8. Okay, sir. 9 into 90 is equal to how much? 810. This is the answer. This is the basic method. Okay. I'm not going to calculate that in this method because it's just like time consuming. If you are comfortable with this method, okay, don't worry. You just keep up practicing and you will have the perfection. Okay. Now this is the method. In Manipur, the question the high sick, 11 whole number 1 by 9% of a number amagi 11 whole number 1 by 9% sikari gumba masing to the tinjalab is added to the number itself. Si masing the tinjalab ado itadi it becomes 900 tai habini ko ado itaragadi asagi original number value do ado putho habini ba yengsi ko ado dia so 11 whole number 1 by 9 ki value je khoina kya ba sigi percent ki value je kya ta agre 1 by 9 tare. 1 by 9 of x plus the given number x is called CL to would hay ko x ki value. This is one method. Now I am going to teach you another method. So here 11 whole number 1 by 9% fraction value is what? That is 1 by 9. 1 by 9. Whenever we compare any number, we always think that this base value or this denominator value is the original number. Original number. Okay? Original number. And this one is the fraction of that number. We are going to add it. Sigi mathakta leijna ne sigi percentage fraction ji sine ba koina tin do is na original number do ne. The question in the question, when the original number, original number, and here new number, okay? So here, when original number here is 9, and then the new number is when you added the 11 whole number 1 by 9 fraction to the original number. When you added 9 plus 1, that is how much? That is 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. This is new number, it's a new number. Then find out new number, that is 10. So the value of new number is how much given? That is 900, right? 900. So we just take out 1 unit. 10 unit ki value is in 900. The value of 10 unit is giving 900, right? And now we have to find out 1 unit is equal to 900 by 10, that is 90. Original number kya no? What is the original number? That is 9. So find out the original number. That is 9 into 90 is equal to 810. This is the method. I'm going to teach you mostly in this method because it is very easy to calculate, and this kind of calculation is also good, but it is lengthy and a time-consuming method. Okay, so this is about the second method.
New number. New number.
Oh, new number, CJ. Oh, I had to question the high the 11 whole number 1 by 90% of the given number fraction do. Nasai the pyramid number set. Sigi numbers 11 whole number 1 by 9 z tinjan ba matamda masinga matai have. Akoina fraction na sadoko matam the sigi original value is 9 ka. Ado sigi mathak the lady 1 value ja. Pyramid fraction do give value ne 11 whole number 1 by 9 ja. Sigi fraction gi value ne. When question when we increase 20% more, 20% less, 30% more, 30% less, higher target. Adai the mathak the lady value do. Adu which 20% more than more high gonna tinjalo, less high gonna hydro. Gantarba. Adu itadi stay the man edit to have Sigi machine tinjano have na draw. Sigi 11 whole number 1 by 9% there. Magi fraction value ziga. Original number duga kedawa sigi original number is have duga tinjanero haida di sigi no the phang 9 plus 1 natro the 9 plus 1 is 10 or na sigi 10 gi value je moina kya pirame 900 ne pirame that is 900 10 unit ki value din 900 ni hai taraga di 1 unit ki value de koi 900 by 10 when the original number 9 ji ko that is 9 into 90 yadra we can't have yours ne adam hango koi se lazy noi clear dub any the flavor ne sarim ta le loi clear to de noi question the kitang no iter sa sin no iter adam hallo hayo I'm ready to help you and I'm going to repeat you. Okay, is that clear? Yeah, Adra.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Seeing this, sir.
pardon?
Seeing
the okay, just
camera no adjust kilang pabila.
okay. Is that clear? Okay. So now the next question. This question is also asked in the previous year. Previous year, the hungrable question not any going hungry. And latest 2021 hang bu question this way dum khang kalak which is key question that maybe same type of the previous question but a little bit twisted kitang twist hon je ko ai da hing question je kitang twist ko no khangoi da ko kem khalo no now if 16 is added to a number 16 added to a number then it becomes 116 whole number 2/3% of the number itself. Then find the original number. You can say that find the number. Question the high is 16 is added to a number. If 16 is added to a number, then it becomes 116 whole number 2/3. Now just take out this one first. 116 whole number 2/3% into fraction first. Okay. This is 100 plus 16 whole number 2/3%. Is it right?
Yes.
So what is the value of 100%? That is 1. And what is the value of 16 2/3? That is 1/6. That is, just take it LCM, that is how much? 7/6. Now we just convert this fraction into the this percentage into the fraction first. Okay. Here, the question is, let's see in the question, 16 is added to the number. Let x be the number. When x a number, don't lower 16 plus x. 16 in the x. It become how much? 116 whole number 2/3% of the number itself. So we just write here x, that is x. Now here is 16 plus x. Okay, we just take out from here also here 16 plus x. We just cancel here. We have x. Okay, yeah, x also. We can cancel it x, right? Madam, what I got? How much this is that? This is 1/6. 1/6 of x is equal to how much? That is 16. Now let's see here. 100% value is 1. When we multiply x here in the 1, there is x. And 16 2/3% is 1/6. When we multiply x here, okay. On the both sides, there is x, there is x. We cancel this out. And then what is the remaining? Remaining is the 1/6x. Right. Then find out x. X is equal to how much? 16 into 6 is how much? 96. This is the unitary method. It's a unitary method. Akoina 16 haiba masingja si added to a number. Akoina khangdaba number amakak lay adu x in lawrjibuko. This is 16 18 jalaba. 16 18 jantaragadi madukari oira 116 whole number 2/3% of the number we have. Say 116 2/3% of that number. Adu itaragadi maze fraction the sadoji sadamatamda 100% ki value this is 1. 1 the x na multiply to only x thongoreka. The 16 2/3% ki value de kya lai 1/6. The x multiply to rosile. Nakal ani magti x yaure cancel taro adu di kai lemawe 1/6 x is equal to 16 lem drop. Adu is like ke dawa x putho x is equal to 16 into 6, that is 96. Yareka. Now I'm going to calculate by fraction method ang hot ko. Blackboard sam solve ko nang mutalagi ko. I am going to erase it.
Sir,
How?
asom nakangi percentage ibagi 1/10 ga tawse sije udre.
Sigiza.
1/10 1/11 ga equal to torga ubagi tawbagi se udre ba screen je.
Oh, adudi. Sonda dum irage ko adudi.
Hoy sir.
1/9 बोल रहे का 1/10 is equal to क्या 10% ले रहे 1/11 is equal to कितना percent
Udi dum oy sir.
okay 1/11 is equal to how much 9 whole number 1/11% 1/12 this is 5 whole number 1/3% and 1/14 that is 7 whole number 1/7% and 1/15 is how much 6 whole number 2/3% and 1/16 that is 6 whole number 1/4%. Sisum kanan yan ang isan man ko. Sidagi hen na kasum mathaw ta de. Atay de ko na loy sadok pi ay ko. So here is the giving the list. Now what is the value of this? 116 whole number 2/3% the value we just convert into fraction on that is how much 100 plus 16 whole number 2/3%. So now that is 1 plus what is the value of this? That is 1/6. That is 7/6. We get this whole fraction is equal to 7/6. 7/6. Now, when here on the 6 we added a sum number to become 7. On the 6, how much number we added? On the 6, how much number we added to become 7? 7 tanong masing katinangge 1. 1 tinandro. This 1 value is how much 16. Yeah, how much 16 added to the number 1 value is 16 there. Then how much the quick to be now? There is 6. Original number is makhali is natro. This is original number. This is original number. So the value of 6 is equal to how much? 1 value 16 like that. 6 value this 6 into 16 that is 96. Yarba. If any student have doubt, you can ask me. I am going to clear you any the. Kesu kan nga no koi le je noi da nungai taba noi da question gai je se de kitang tough foi ba kitang nungai taba koi loi clear tau din. More than you can ask me 100 questions. 100 times hanga su yai ka. So is that clear all of you? So anyone can tell me that is my English can understand to you or not?
Yes, sir.
Understand, sir.
Okay. Okay, now the next question is this is the question this is a very important question. It was asked in the bank exam in 2015 I think. If a number we just try to answer some of the question which is basic level, maximum 2 or 3 question, okay, and after that we just go higher and higher. If a number is multiplied by 5/3 instead of multiplying 3/5. Find the percentage change in the result. Now let's see in the question, if there is a number, instead of multiplying 3 by 5, 3 by 5 na multiply to we multiply it by 5 by 3. 5 by 3 na multiply to then how much percent is changed in the result? The question in the question they are telling me to find out the percentage change. We are not going to find out the exact and real value. Exact value they are asking me to find out the percentage. It means comparing the question. Question is comparing the real value. I'm calculating this question also maybe 2 or 3 methods. Now, basic method from the beginning. I'm going to start from the basic method. Let x be the number, x number, in this question, first original and second new. Original number, in the original number, we have to multiply by 3 by 5. 3 by 5 na multiply in the original number. But in the by mistaken, it is multiplied by how much? 5 by 3 of x. So find out the change percent. Let us think that this value is A, this result is B. Now the ratio of A by B is equal to how much? That is 3 by 5 of x divided by 5 by 3 of x. So x cancel. Then what are the ratio? That is 3 by 5 into 5 by 3. 3 by 5 then is how much? That's 3 by 5. That is 9 by 11. This ratio becomes 9:11. What is the original number? This original number is 9. Right? This original number is 9. And this fraction, this by mistakenly, this number is how much? 25. This is 9, this is 25. So find out the percentage. In percentage, we just subtract this. How much? This is 25 minus 9 is 16. What is the original number? Here, original number is 9. Then multiply by 100. This is the percent. So let's see here in 16 by 9. Yeah, we just reduce it. Then what is that? 919, then 7 by 9.
Excuse me, sir.
Right.
9 by 11 or 9 by 25 or
Siza.
but the month 9 by 11 title.
Oh, sorry. This 9 by 25. 25 we don't. 25 we don't go. How can we? I just reduce this one whole number 7 by 9. See, I got 16 by 9. This is my sub into 100. See, 100% is I quantum. And now this goes up to 5. So what is the value of 1 by 9? Here 1 1 plus 7 by 9. Here 1 is 100%. And what is 7 by 9? In the 7 by 9, 1 by 9, value of 1 by 9 is how much? 11 whole number 1 by 9. 11 whole number 1 by 9. When we multiply 7 multiply to again There is 77 whole number 1 by 9. And we added this one 177 whole number 1 by 9%. That is the answer. This question has a little bit twisted, that's why I take out this question. But one of the most easiest way I'm going to calculate is that clear? Any student? Here is the original number. Original number is okay. X low ribbon numbers multiply by 3 by 5. 3 by 5 na multiply new number by mistakenly 5 by 3 na multiply this is na this is na original number B is na new number the more any ratio 3 by 5 into x later 5 by 3 into x x cancel 3 by 5 5 by 3 divide money multiply 1 get 3 by 5 now multiply 3 3 9 5 5 25 yeah go she later ratio she later original number is 9 aduga new number 25 adu itadi mo ini kyam khena ge 9 ga 25 khaidokna di 16 khena draw akoina percentage sort pa matam da khenari ba masing na mathak thamo and keep the original number in the denominator and multiply it 100 hydra aduni na palas the c je koi interfractions mana musa yeah that is 1 plus 7 by 9 1 की value दिखाई ना 100% है अगर 7 by 9 दिखाई ना कोई 1 by 9 की value दिखा तारा 1 by 9 की value दी 11 whole number 1 by 9% लाइफ नहीं तो 7 by 9 की इतार दिखा हुआ नहीं 7 ना multiply करो multiply here 7 and in the remainder also yeah okay yeah remainder my remainder जो पूरी दबा देखो अदो इतार दी मोय अनि जो पुलअप दिन चलो 77 whole number 7 by 9 जिगा 100 के तीन जल्दी 177 whole number 7 by 9 सी सांगे को मथंग दसम मेथड हम ताक्स ऐसे मुथा लगे इबम लाइत्रे बको सुम सनंगे रो होना लाइरे no question number any question number I most welcome to ko ado ai nga sai kare ha here 3 by 5 5 by 3 this is original number this is new number akoi nga sai sida kare ha ma tum da sarna comparison to bune haidra masing ani je comparison to bune haidra no nga sai atai di lu bune te se fraction sa do no de kitang lu wane ado the original number new number le ado questions na comparison da hangaba comparison da hangta de ke done ha ma tum da akoina any number nang low any number akoi sli low duri number se nang any number low but it can be divided both by 5 and 3 5 ga 3 ga ani magna adum yen be aba low je ai moi ki LCM tare na so we just take it 15 in low ju then 5 how much that is 3 then 3 into 5 how much that is 9 is to 25 अखोइने 15 ने लौर जेबा सी कंपैरिजन होई बगिनी कोइने लंगम लवाइ जे नंग सि 9 50 लौद जे 30 लौद जे 60 लौद जे द मसिन द सुम चाउर इगै दि नोइ द फोटो वाइ दना को अदुगे ना अपिक पम लौगुन अदे सि 9 ga 25 का थुम अदे सि मागी परसेंटेज चेंज पुतोइ द परसेंटेज चेंज पुतोइ ता जे मोइ नि खाइदो न रो क्या तारे 16 तारे अदुगो ओरिजिनल नंबर क्या ना 9 दैट इज क्या तारे 1 होल नंबर क्या फंगी बा सा 7 by 9 man phang matro adudi sidi kamai sadre se adudi percent sa do kai 100 se koi percent un thokai de kai doge 100 na multiply to draw to percent on draw smaina into 100% aduga sigi 1 je kamai ai 1 plus 7 by 9% ne ai gana ko sines na puri matam dore 100 thongani 100% am nei jage masage 7 by 9 into 100 percent value जो कोई ना साइन खंग रहे कमाई खंग रहा 100% plus 1 by 9 के फ्रैक्शन दी क्या है के 11 whole number 1 by 9 ता है ना तो so ये 7 ना multiply था for that is 77 7 whole number 9 when it in general क्या था के 177 700 draw. Noi si the fraction the kitang pi bagi kitang keno da noi da loosen ba man ba ne si na sangi si na tiel ko my host noi answer si nuai ta ba si the khang da yo bro any student doubt lai ba yaw de ko si na akoina fraction taram bagi kitang nuai ta bai wane puthok da ko aduga fraction taram dra ba doi da ko ko pem nuai ni ko. Now, the next question is, this question was asked in 2021 SSC CGL exam. SSC CGL exam ke 2021 da hangre ko hantak ke. Noi the question da kaisu nuai tab le noi na yam rab da 30 second da hot na ba anka se. Sige design am tala kani ko. The question kitang lengthy oi raba adu di kaisu 30 second hot pa ngam. And the question pa da matam ayo hol ne ba. Now the question is, if the length of a rectangle is decreased by 20% and the breadth is increased by 10%. Find the percentage change in area. Area. So question nang change ko. Length to na, the length of the rectangle is decreased by 20%. Length to na kay daw ba? 20% decrease to ba? Aduga breadth to na 10% increase to ba? Adu itaraga di magi change in area. Area the change to ba? Area the change so the bitaw ko ni na length ta khara handagre breadth ta khara hingat khara ni na. Now I am going to teach you this in 3 methods. So what is the area of rectangle? Area of rectangle, that is length into breadth. Yeah, because it is in the length that is decreased by how much? 20%. Out of 100, that is the increase of 20%. So how much remaining?
80.
80 by 100. 80%. That is 80% of the length is remaining. And in the breadth, out of 100, there is increase of 10. How much increase? There is 100 plus 10, right? 110% of how much? Breadth. So cancel it. 0 0 0 0. That is 88. 88 by 100 of how much? Length into breadth. Is this the original number? See, original number natro. Original area do natro sa. See, na koi hapsa lainip. So out of 100, how much number is decreased? How much? 12% decrease. Increase oi tadi 100 12 oi gedong ni ko. Chama dagi tabane 12% decrease to. Decrease in this is the basic method. Sina basic method ni ko. Koi na adum mayam loina ba khangna ba basic method. Now maybe formula, you can say that maybe it's a formula. Here there is, what is decrease? Decrease means minus, right? Decrease means minus 20 plus increase in 10. Then plus multiply both, minus 20 into 10 divided by 100. This is the change value. Change percentage we need. Yang jika ini kadang kya tara minus 10. Multiply it, minus come here. Then how much this? That is 2. How much is minus 12%? Minus 12%. That decrease only. Minus la is not because it is decrease. Minus indicates decrease. Yeah, bro, sir. This is like that. See formula there. Hay much the whole idea to go method. I'm talking about the C formula apply to we have. If the percentage value is in the exact natural number, the pyram targadi, yeah, for fraction the pyram targadi, it may be time calculative, or any go aduna. I give method. I'm not talking about. See formulas is very iram go. Here A plus B plus AB by 100%. So that A is not going to increase or mama plus or decrease or mama negative or B is not increase or mama positive or decrease or mama negative or nang long design the law. See a plus minus like this is plus minus. Yeah, like formula now. A plus B plus AB by 100 formula now. But this can be applicable to the number, to the percentage which are giving in the exact natural number. The pyram target diya hai ko. Si irai lai na hot pa. Usi question da koi si khang si SSC CGL la hang bane. Irai lai byong se. 20 minus plus 10, then minus 20 into 10 by 100. How much this is this? That is 10 minus 10 minus 2. That is 12% decrease. And in the option question 12% increase, 12% decrease, and 8% increase, 8% decrease in my hand. I don't know 12% or 12% hecto for pay 12% decrease we have the other quarter. This is the second method. Now the last method I'm going to teach you. This is very important for me. I go in this see go. I don't know. No, you see how target this in like by fraction method. Here length kind of length must say original number and final number. That's like a new number. How does it go? Final number or new has we are final as we are. Length here, what is the fraction value of 20%? That is 1 by 5. So we got decrease happening. It is decreased by 20%. Decrease height are this and is that is first the 5 remain, next 5 minus 1, that is 4. First the 5 remain, next my decrease the 5 minus 1, that is 4. This link sina link. Now break kina kari hai 10%. 10% की fraction value जे क्या आता है बा 1 by 10. 1 by 10. They told me to increase the way. Original number जे क्या ले 10 ले. मखा किसने को सी original number जो always the denominator ओए है कोई ना 10. Now it increased by the fraction how much 1. That is 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. Now I got length, I got breadth. In the area of the new and the area of the original number, area of the final number. Area, what is the area? Area is length into breadth. Length into breadth, I draw. 5 into 10, 50. In the final number, length into breadth, how much? That is 44. The new number is 44. And original number is 50. Find out the percentage. That is, I don't know 6 bro. Original number how much is 50 into percent. That is 2. 6 into 2. That is 12. 12%. 50 degi 44 kumdare aiji henkal lai gadra natraga increase hai gadra decrease hai gadra 50 degi 44 kumak baja obviously decrease. Si khangdam yawbra. Student daw ba khangdraga dum hangaw ko you're most welcome ngai hangingi ko oja nuai jibam phawe ba da aina type da khangdraba amu explanation taw doine ba aduna hangbase yam pami oja moina ko na yaringe hangbiu khangdraga di ko sa is that clear si gyan tare ko sa
Charoi bagi percentage ma pagi dudagi amtang kai pero.
sidagi ko yeah stay da akhoi the question puthoi ji kaino find the percentage change in the area percentage change in the area da change taw puthoi bane akhoi gi area di yong the original area ji kamai puthoi original length into original breadth natra adu 5 into 10 50 da ga si original area point hana leijaramba aduga akhoi na final number new number puthopom tam da after reducing 20% da akhoi gi length ki value je 4 tagre breadth ki value na 11 tagre that is 44 moi ani jigi khetna ba difference akhoi na percentage puthopom matam da kari ha moi ni gi difference na mathak ta tamo there is 50 minus 44 that is 6 what is the original number duna makha da tham draw aduga multiply 100 rekanda percent puthop yaka difference is here the original number ni that is 2% sir decrease na tare increase kamai khangni hai taraga di 50 le madagi 44 da 100 plus di 100 ba sing draw henkat na te dana ko adana ina se decrease ya ba yan ta ba
Tarja.
now question di am live the next question it is very easy but you have to understand this question also because sometimes this question also asks more than 3 or 4 times ahum mari adum hungry buko ado question jidi karino se phasana gyan tan se ba sarje muthak pada do humang kare next question if koi mai tai gi chanabi tawje ko tomba has 20% more money than chawba mi iningba mi ko ai sang tomba chawba ni ire chawba how much percent chawba less than tomba Usna hindi yung ka tomba gi paisa tomba has 20% more money than chawba digi magi paisa je 20% more lei ri bu ko ado ita de chawba na mongon digi kyam handaram gani tomba digi kyam handaram gani question ni cham chami wari ni I have 20 rupees aduga noi gi any student mark talpa manga le ren khalo aina na wonde hele di khange dana aduga nangna ingondagi mu kya ta ge hang da question ado percent da put question je clear oi re ko let's see si jo khoi method ani hot ke boko here
Sir,
whenever you calculate adi nanga iga khetna riba masing ja asagi aingonda lupa 10 le nonda manga le rin khalo akhoi ni khetna ba masing jine always sap manane ba aina chawe bu hairazu nangna tai bu hairazu khetna ba masing sap manani ko aduna difference value je kya no that is 20 akhoi percent or ka man puthoe difference value duna mathaka thamme original duna makha thamme aduga multiply by 100 hai bune so what is the difference value that is 20 and what is the original value tomana ingondagi 20% hele hai ta dagi mana hana chama le ramadu 20% 20 hela moidro mana ingondi 20 hen gam hana masa gi chama le jiramado kun hela moidra se percent hola that is 20 by 120 into 100 how much there is 1 by 6 of 100%. 1 by 6 की वैल्यू क्या था आगे 16 all number 2 by 3% है करता है ना in the fraction method by fraction method, what is the value of 20%? That is 1 by 5. So how is the question da? Tombe has 20% more money haven. That is 5 plus 1. Tombe ki value is kya 5 plus 1 hoani. Chauba ki value the original में क्या ना मागी 5 नहीं. अभी मोई नहीं खेलने से क्या खेलने 1 खेलने. Original number क्या ना कनाडे compare तो with tombe की compare तो गुना थ्रो. Nasagi mana कनाडे tai है तो. From whom he less the money है ताकि tombe दे तावने. ये tombe की value क्या ना 6 नहीं. 1 by 6% की value क्या ना 16 whole number 2 by 3%. खंग दब याओगा. इसने solve ही नहीं का. Now I am going to repeat you. Here, what is the value of 20%? 20% value is 1 by 5. Tomba told that he has 20% more. Magi sigi kya 1 by 5 fraction damana more is 1 zinatro. 5 plus 1 sinatumbagi oire 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 is tombu on tadi solve kya or 5 obviously or the question na hang is na. So was na mo de kya tagi hang bani. Mangwan de compare to tar di magi number the whole draw. Asai sida makha tham is original number se comparison kana to ge tum da to bani ba. Ai isa da sum to le ga di 5 to dum to le ga di 0 chatro. Mana to rije kana na tum ba da adu di tum ba do original number ro je. Chume ka. Ya method ani ni tai se. Aduga sigi method sigi formula oina amtang irange ko. When any number which is given, maybe 20% more or 20% less than the pyramid. The pyramid masinga adugi method e. If A is more or less than the pyramid masing A is. Ado itali sayda 100 plus minus E with plus na kay desna gani more minus na kay desna gani less ta sidi ilay po nin into 100%. Adum isan ge shallow form law ko so dum ilay na ko deduce to ta po nin si conception lai ko sige mathang da 2018 da hangiba si jail gi ko question nam lo khalak question sum khalak sum lo khalak se ko oh adu nga sai gi aina leng to bread na ma to gi bodo adu do 2009 19 I think 19 da hangi bo question nam le ko adu pukhalak adu aina comparison tom da for any aspect in any question which being twisted from this form sige forms da gi kitang twist to po to adu loi ne ngaram gi ko noi da ngaw da na bhai sarna ta ki bidi rectangle ta ki hangak podi square da hange adu gan cylinder da hange natraga circle da hange hairakani ba noina aduna moi me am gi pulap I am tung ta ange ko the question may come in any form, maybe cylinder, maybe circle, or maybe rectangle or square, but you have to clear the concept of how you to calculate. Question is my hang main khala jiga if over sa makha khar kum dage ko if the radius of a circle is increased by 10%. Then how much percent be increased in its area? Same question. My radius 10% increase the area obviously hinga kam thokro. Ado area do kyam hinga tieng jai bane ko. Yeng 10% increase the area. What is the formula of area of circle je kai gamane? That is pi r square. Pi r square na tro. Pi r square the pi di constant o po ni R into R ni E yadro. Adi R di increase sa mujhe kya na asli increase sa upne ding asai formula da palo kamai na. Ani mag plus ngata ni that is 10 plus 10 into 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100. Pagtana ro kya tarage? There is 10 10 20 20 plus 1 that is 21% increase. Hang up ni si question. Lai na sida. Ay mamang takre. Sa ina A plus minus B plus A into B by 100 hydro. Adi formula Nepal. Sisina ne kenogi Nepal la mija. Ay makhadum tak lakhini ko. Hayang masing je si fraction oida begini ko in si sum pali je sina lai fraction oida begini ko. Ado hayang fraction oida kan da noi for da sars yong ne kamaina hola kan am this diong. Amana 14 2 by 7% piro. Amana 16 all 2 by 3% piro. Sani tin na da mu tin janna mu ye ni puri nong le ne. It may be calculative and time consuming. That's why I am giving you the fraction method. Fraction method to what ni ko. See the light about like if the question is asking in like 20 10 30 40, so you can easily calculate by this method. Method to pan na kamay daw niya. What is the value of 10%? That is 1 by 10. 1 by 10 kay daw niya. Hana TLM mani matang da 11 wala ni matang hana TLM mani matang 11 wala ni. Sin ija puri na ro 100 tare sin ija puro 121. How much difference? 21. 21 by how much original number is 100? So that is 21%. Yeah, itna. Sina original number 10 ni sisna after increase the 1 tinjalam matung dalay ko masin 11. Si radius amagi ni radius amasu chama na itna. Adu ko khoi radius ani ti multiply to doi ni ba. Pi is the fix ni mai kan da kalait. Adadi 10 into 10 100 tarba magi jo samaina hayeng question da cylinder hangaba cylinder da kamai haini ha matam da magi height if the radius of the base of a cylinder is increased by 20% and the height of the cylinder is decreased by 20%, samai hangam baya adu itar chamane ba because akoina phangdori ja pi r square s ni cylinder gi magi volume formulas. Question number what is the change in the volume of the name? Samaina multiplication form by any form of area. Square gang by rectangle gang by any form the hanging bang just no multiplication the heck like maba adoi tardi machine yung study the yung r square is natra r square gi r into r natra r gi ni malan by chance samaina 10 increase tawrim khalo amana is na 20 increase tawrim khalo ba 10 plus 10 ga hana putho kya phangrage sonda 21 thongra matro 21 jiga mu 20 ga mu bolo sakmana na de kya tare 20 40 41 later plus then 21 into 20 by 100 there is second kya tare 2 2 1 2 2 2 4 there is 4.2 then it's going to be 45.2% is my hot kenem sidi ilai lai dana kamaya kari ilai hai matam da masna piriba value je fraction oiram draba percent da pirama bo ko adu ita di lai dana ko percent da piram da jeng sai sim method sum pan da dro han bani du pan so matung da remaining amadu gong pan chalo smaina smaina 10% am le ra amana 10% ni amana 20% increase oi dine bo ko ani jana pan tho ani ji pan matam da 21% ita gre dana son da to ta gre dana sa adu mathang da 21 da 20 gong pa lu smaina 21 plus 20 plus 20 into 21 by 100. Yeah, adi ani tin jana kya tara 41 later. Sine se ko kya tara is 40 ga 2. 42 makha 10 ga amal hobna point number. Adi 41 ga 4.2 ga di kya tara 45.2% ta dro. Smaina dum ko lo ya. Adi c gina masing je kai do ba fraction p da bani ko ai fraction p bagi ama holake yeng je. Ado c question ji ya ni ko haidi Kanada hang bayai, area da hang bayai, volume da hang bayai, in any form. Koi keno da hang asu yai, sphere da hang asu yai. Hanging ba form da hang just no. Tawuda bo question ja ina hole ba design smai hot kani, sida hot kani, natraga sige fraction methods da hot kani, ha bisi hang gadam. Yara. Any student have doubt? Doubt later the hero ko. I want the question hang da yam no ai ji ko. Adum hang biro.
1 to 121 kamay oibra.
I can't listen clearly. Can you repeat it again?
1 to 121 kamay oibra. Like previous kido.
Here,
Last kido.
this
The
one,
last.
in this.
No, left side. Yeah, the fraction. Ama asina taba a previous question kido.
This one. This one.
121 do.
Okay, this one, okay, right. Now here is giving the fraction is 10%, right? Here the circle, in the circle 10% increase. In the fraction value of 10% is how much? That is 1/10, right? So this is increase, right? This is increase. This is the original value and this is the fraction value. They are told that it is increased by 10%. That is 10 increased by this fraction value 1. That is 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. That is 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. This is the radius. Somewhat we need two radius square. There is giving radius square in the circle. That's why I take two radius. Here one radius, here another radius. 10 from 10 it increase 1, then it becomes 11. Like that here also 10 plus 1 becomes 11. So in this formula pi is constant. So we are not going to consider about the pi. We just take it the radius square. What is radius square? Then radius square means 10 into 10. This is the original number. Then this is the new. This is the original number of radius. This is also original number of radius, and this become new number of the radius, and this also become new number. Then radius square means multiply those two values. 10 into 10, that is 100. And for this one, 11 into 11, that is 121. We got two numbers. Radius square, for radius square, we got two answers. This is the area. When you multiply pi, it becomes area. Multiply by pi, it becomes area. So we are not going to consider about the pi. This is a constant number. So we only consider in the 100. Okay, wait a second. So here we got two answers. There is here the original radius is R and the final radius is RF. Here the original radius goes to how much? 10, and the final radius is that is 11. And same wise another also there is, we are considering about the two radius because that is same. That's why I'm taking the same values. So here radius square, that is 100. Then radius final square, that is 121. When we multiply it by pi, that is pi, we multiply it pi, and it becomes how much? This is area from row, this is constant. Then they are giving me to calculate the change in area, how much percent will be increase in area. So in the original, what is the value of area? 100 pi. In the final, we get 121 pi. This is the answer. So find out the percentage change. Then subtract each other, how much we got? 21 pi. And the original number is 100 pi. Then cancel pi into 100. 100 also cancel. That is percent. What is we got? 21%. Pi though, I am not going to consider pi because it is a constant value. Constant value is we consider value. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
What's question the one who asked me the question.
Clear.
Okay, thank you. Now, this is about the increasing or decreasing of a length or any kind of values in the natural number, but I'm going to calculate in the fraction value. Fraction value the comparison to don't worry about any the. I'm giving you my personal number. When you have any doubt, anytime you can contact me and I will clear your doubts. Okay. Here the next question is, if the price of the sugar, if the price of a sugar is increased by 16 whole number 2 by 3%. The price of the sugar is increased by 16 whole number 2 by 3%. And the rate of consumption is decreased by 10%. Find the change in expenditure. Find the percentage change. Percentage happengi ko? Percentage change. PCI ye percentage ani ko? Percentage change in the expenditure. Any student can tell me what is expenditure? Expenditure is okay, no? Expenditure. What is expenditure? Yeah, I write expenditure. Expenditure is equal to rate of sugar into consumption. See an embryo. Expenditure is okay, no? I'm tamda. Masagi pirami ba po to gi mamal doga ay na consume to riba sang doga ani gi multiplication do expenditure ko yani ga. Aning bro. Ado itardi. Now they are giving me to find out the change in the expenditure. Expenditure the puto way change like that. So here the red is sugar. Here is the consumption. Whenever they ask me to find out the rate change or any change in the product of the value, what we do is 16 2 by 3% plus this one is increased, this one is decreased, then minus 10, then plus 16 2 by 3 into 10 by 100. This is the answer. But how can we add it? Because these all are in percentage. So how can we add this number? It may be a little bit calculative or draw. So that's why I convert all these numbers into fraction. Fraction don't talk about. What is the value of this? 16 2 by 3. That is 1 by 6, right? And this is increased by. It increases. It increase means in the rate of sugar. Okay, in the rate of sugar rate. Sugar rate. So now original number and new number. This 16 whole number 2 by 3% is increased. I mean, in the original number, it is increased means 6 plus 1. In the original, there is number 6. In the final number, 6 plus 1. See an embryo. In this fraction, 6 is the original number. This is the fraction. When you increase the awareness, 6 plus 1. So new way. Original 6 way. Like the next 10% decrease. In the 10%, what is the fraction below of 10%? That is 1 by 10. In the question, they told me that it is decreased by 10. 10 handau 10% handau wai bane adu moi ni handau wai bane tro there is hana kya leramba 10 leramba mathang da kya handau wai ba 10 minus 1 kya lege 9 now what is the expenditure expenditure have the rate of sugar into consumption have ni adu moi ni multiply karo that is 60 that is 63 hana leramba 60 now na leramba 63 ka then what is the difference difference is 3 and then what is the original number that is 60 into 100 that is the percentage change that is 20 is equal to 5 is equal to 5% change this is about the fraction gini buko se noi ngasai gi san aham na piu formula da diong slide da noi try tau lei tara ga di answer do ta roiba that's why we are not going to use this type of formula this type of the formula is used only in the natural number value when natural number 20 30 fraction piram draba adu ita si panje ko si thuina nang asagi ss sidang ido 20% decrease or 10% adu 20 minus 20 plus 10 minus 20 into 10 by 100 no hot kidra so see concept se clear ho ba any student doubt
No, sir.
okay so see question is sub mane the next question is also same but a little bit twisted kitang twist to bato bujaga ja tum hot si bokoina because we are not going to leave any question related to percentage dang any question amata ko ni exam da manghaloi gumji ko so write down by iro ko tak dia ay dum easy rake write down if the price of the sugar is increased by 25%. Price of the sugar is increased by 25%. Find how much percent should he decrease? Find how much percent should he decrease in consumption? So as to keep expenditure unchanged. Iraba gyan tarbo idrabo amta
Yes, sir.
question is if the price of the sugar is increased by 25%, price of the sugar is increased by 25%, that is 1/4. How much percent should he, right? Sugar ki price te increase ho gitar gadi magi expenditure magi consumption da 100 jagadi expenditure do same oi biar oina question dai je expenditure do dum same helaga thamo ado consumption da kyam 100 gadagi ha yar ba now they are giving me that 25% is increased, that means original number is 4, increased number is 5. Yareko. This is new number. Here is what is expenditure. Expenditure is price, rate of price into consumption. Sida ahan batik ama hage expenditure je unchanged hoy gai taragadi kari pangida yam tam ngasa ina question mangi ba Sauba has 25% more money than Tomba, but how much percent is less Tomba by Sauba by Kanadagi Tomba the target give the question to Chapman. With some more they combine 25 by it is increased that high. That's why 125 into 100. Sita do never go. Now this is the price. Okay, so we have to keep expenditure constant. Constant thang without expenditure jaka price to see vary with guitar the consumption to this minor vary with target more any product sa mana price into that is consumption. Price into consumption is expenditure. Price ka consumption ka product say ako expenditure ne hydro. Ada moi the pyramid how many numbers ka pyramid ko the 4 the 5 ta line. Aduga sige expenditure je moi gi multiply se kaido ba fix oen gai ta di moi ni je on thok na da 5 4 20 stay da 4 the 5 oramba adoi ta sige 5 se son dang lo son dang 4 thamu adoi ta di moi ni gi product se kya oya 20 oraman sizu kya oya 20 oraman adoi ta di expenditure je kaido ga unchanged oiba change oidreba adoi ta ga di stay da 100 je kya ne ho original kya ne lem ja 5 new number D 4 5 minus 4 original क्या नो 5 that is 1 by 5 1 by 5 की value दिखा था के 20% so the whole 5 से 20% so the whole जो यार so the whole जो यार आइना सी concept से ताक पुने ना सी the whole पगी वानी का यार बो
Sir,
student दाव ले भी यार बो
125 ki adugi quote on the tapiro.
oh सी जा
Ah,
Masai semaina aku ini question je ida masing any change value je mai sedia aku so 25 ni terus 25% increase tau hai dro adu ita di 25% ki change value je aku mathak ka thamo change value je mathak ai ngasai form lampi ko semaina there is a by 100 plus minus a into percent semaina form lampi p gi buko adu imong ni tak toi je so that amount 25% increase the way that the 100 to 25 things will draw. Other percent to white the 100 multiply to 5. As I see formulas. Other today the decrease or the 100 minus 25 with you. Increase gives you, decrease gives you any never go in ties. Yadra. Was it hangambado hiro yarbo?
oh yeah, sir.
Okay. So, see question ji yaad rahe ho any doubt le bi yaw rahe ho today any student actually I am very happy whenever any student asks me the question to repeat it again because I want to clear all the doubts so ida kam to singna ba yaw dana khanganing bai ni ko now the next question is concept based question. You are not going to calculate the number. Now on the calculated to wagi mathau ta daba. Exam the hangraba 2000 I can't remember exact hangdi hungry boko. Ado the question di yeng ko. Question si question je phajabani ko ni idoi ja. In an examination of IT question. In the examination of IT question, a candidate answer %40 of the first 40 question correctly. How must person should he answer correctly in the remaining 40 questions so as to get 60% aggregate in overall. Questions again, questions na hai examination in an examination there are IT questions. Among the IT question, the first 40 question a candidate answered correctly. How much percent is? That is 40%. If he want to get an aggregate of 60% in overall, mana say 40% kumbado ahan 40 question da. Ado jig remaining the overall the mana 60% the aggregate fangai ta di remaining 40 questions the how much percent should he answer correctly have answer correctly kya fange question ji kya antare ko the IT question lai na the 40 ma 40 ma sige 40 is na kai dore ba 40% sumna khungre ba ado ita di se percent kya khumni total aggregate se as the 60% khungre hai tar ka di question ji kya antare ko tarbo okay now I'm going to calculate in first basic method. Now then I goes to shortcut method. Shortcut ho se ko ha me basic sum ho se from the high question je khang tra ga di basic what using phai ko 60% of aggregate the 60% I am wrong out of IT the 60% phang that is 60 by 100 into IT. That is how much? 6 into I is equal to 40. Total the mass kya khumne ba answer ja 48 answer je correctly khumga dawne maram de mane aggregate 60% uhelo haidana ko adugi 60% of IT ja koi 48 phange 48 answer je correctly khumga dawne. Now next mana answer kya hai question the in the question he answered 40% correctly in first 40. Mana first 40 the kai ba 40% ka chumna khum hai ne to thana je there is 4 16 16 correct khum re out of 40 I said 16 correct khum re but how much remain kya lenge that is 48 minus 16 chumro I take 6 ka 2 tare and then 32 32 must be answered correctly. Out of kya da 42 da. Sidi khumbal oi grabani ko mana 40% of the 40 is 16 is answer already answered correctly. Ada akoi da moina kya pi hai 60% aggregate to hai bani 60% of the IT di kya phange that is 48. But he answered already 16. That's why how much question is remaining to answer correctly? That is 32. 32 je kya nu kum doi now? Out of 40. That is percent. Percent on top. Then I equal to IT%. He have to answer the remaining 40 questions correctly. How much percent? That is IT%. Se khang bro mathang shortcut tak tu ni ko khang ko yan tar bo mathang de ne wai de mathang na ka samjalak te
yare
okay yare bo ko any doubt okay so this some design now we have to compare. Here is 40 question and in the second also 40 question. 40 question is a 40 question ne. this is the 40 question correctly 40% correctly khungre adu itadi akoina how much percent we have to answer 60% remaining the already 60% amadi khumdabe yaroiba because in aggregate we have to answer 60% correctly but in here how many percent short this is 20% short am I right the 20% short withdraw 60 yogi ai taragadi I think 20 days in the law, that is 80%. Answer. See, bro. Adubu number of question is same. She should be same way. My number of question remaining question 40 is same way. See way the laliko. The next question I'm gonna give see way the lale. So see some man beginning. At the exam the second type say ani ra hum na hang ani moi hangi bagai da minor remaining questions ga my first question duga masing number of questions same way buko aduna sigi design ja dum pa right si aduga kali gumba taratra ngasai design do pa je fraction method hoi ki jara ya ro sini rai larbo
Fraction.
okay so mathangi question je next question je khoi gi khitang lu badi mal ko ado taseng na holaga di yam sangi ko adu zoi trick am ta ke trick se noi matam khudi mak te apply aina sta piri ba trick se ai magi limitation pirang bani the limitation of that question is here it should be equal if this number of question is not equal you cannot apply this formula apply to we are go my limitation adum lai gani ba adu
Sir, hojiki sige trick try do amtaga hanbiro.
siza
Hojik hoy amta hanbiro.
okay yung se sida man hide in the first IT question total IT question like bas da 40 question first 40 question am like then last 40 question am like first 40 questions the man 40% correctly khum me have 40% so the 40% correctly khum me first 40 questions adu bo akoi the question ani the aggregate total 60 yo no have neba adu di ma 60 gi sigi saruk 60 on gai ta di kya what ke 20% what ro high but 20% award pa ja so and half chalo CD minus 60 on gaya 60% khum mo yare magi di already 60 on gaya 60% khum mel or jeba adi ma 60 yo ra adi ma jo 60 yo go do kun watra kun wat ko mo and half chalo adi 60 plus 20 80% yar ba
Yeah, sir.
okay next question am yeng jiga actually when I was a student I also have a lot of problem regarding some question which may be twisted akoina sa to inida question je khangma malaga ne dum twist or lak ada akoida problem face to gibudo adu noida di to holore akoina experience oirabni na da akoina dili da zage tai talak yaw budu so moije dum moigi design ama da ta ev methods adu question je kadai da twist to ge haiba ja sigi twist to gi mawong ja sijune ina loi iri adu edi noida heng any form of question hangbo matam da no question miss to re now question is in a population of 12,000 in a village amada 12,000 population laibuko if 5% of if number of male is increased by 5% is increased by 5% and concept to what niko number of female is increased by 6%. Ni gyan ta zum hango ko
and there is overall increase of 674%. Find the number of female find the number of female hai initially hai kum ji ko question ji kan tar bi in a village amada khoi mai ki da population je 12,000 labor population amada nupa gi masing je the number of male is increased by how much 5% ko aduga nupi gi masing je the number of female is increased by 6% adu ita di overall the moi di hinkal bi kya no hai matam da 674 number abi 674% hinkal le adu ita ga di questions da nasage female number of female kya no socket hosiro antraga adum basic formula da hosiro kam do hosige ani mo hosira okay now here this 664 is the number of increase in percent after increasing 5% and 6%. Ade 5% natraga 6% henkalaba matung di henkalakpa number natro sa mani ko adoi ta di 5% let x be the koi x a female ne lowers adoi ta di male kya hoy ni male di 12,000 dai da x khaido ko oi gadre x na female ne lower x ade moi ni ki total di si oi gadong natro chumbro total number of male and female sidai da koi da lai hai children yaw de ko only male and female ka khanabani ko mai sir children yaram ma di phak ta drai ni children yaw de ko sidai male and female ka tani khanai je adu ita di yango sidai da female du ni x ne log tar ga di number of male du di female khai do ga ta roi dro adi total number 1000 12,000 sidai number of female khai do ga di sim male lai then plus 6% of kana ge female sigi below jo overall da kya hinkal hai ba 674 sim masing ya ning da yo bro yaw pri ngo sigi equation je nupa da 5% hinkal pa nupi da 6% hinkal lo ha bane ado sir hinkal lo ha ga sir na dai da kari gino e3 je ha ba ai se percentage holo ju ai ko sir da hinkal lo ha ga sida 106 oi je kai gino hang ba ye hang ai ni e3 je kai nam tan sida di only number of increase ko e bane number of increase hengkat pudo adu khak e bani na ai samagi hengkat pa percent du khak ibam thokra thoi ka aduna ne the 5% increase in male 6% increase in female then it becomes total number of increase that is 674 adu di hawa patana 5% of 12000 that is minus 5% of x plus 6% of x is equal to 674. You see? How much this is? That is 5 into 12, that is 60. Yeah, bring on 5 into 12 is 60, because 0 is 600. Then minus, I need to say, base is 100, 100. 100 will go. I'm going to 6, I'm going to 5. So what is the canal lay 6 lay 674. Now this is how much, that is x by 100. X by 100 se kya ta raha hai, see just on the minus the cross, that is 674 minus 600 is equal to 74. The x percent ko to kaida the x is equal to how much, 7400 7400 ta khang pra sa masa unitary method my formula the same go ya dai x sam kha ga u thok pi wan eko c je ka tan ro 00 ni ka tan re 120 lai re 5 ko 12 ko 60 lai re 0 ma lem da hapsal lo dai da ani ji ngo sida minus ni sida plus ni then we subtract 5 and 6 because there is same base oi bani na adudi plus 6 ta lay minus 5 ta lay ra adoi da kya tare se 1 by 100 of x tare that is x by 100 adu c puthok kai ta di c 600 se asonda khai dok that is 74 then the value of x is 74 7400 si yare ko si jina koi gi moi question da family puthok ai bani koi yare adu si na ta bai method la mod ke si method se mathang intak tu method sa sin live sidai da doubt leba any student ha noi da kitang nungai ta ba gyan tar bo si design ja any student tare ko kedo ge noi loi bor su ro bo amta response directly
Tare sir.
okay adai mathang ai hoto isi ngo mathang irai lai point hotel man kya pirum son udong man ai question je muthal lage ko adaga mathang dum hosel okay yeah masai kari hai male da 5% hinkalo female da 6% hinkalo hai natro female da sna male da ui ko sa udra 5% je male da iro aduga 6% je female da hinkalo hai bane chumika adu aina total hinkalo ko je 5% and I consider tawrdu I just consider siju 5% increase tawre ne high again adu the overall the 5% of 1200 je increase tawre overall the there is 5 by 100 ekana kya ta hai 600 overall the 5% ani mazu 5% lawro mazu ina 5% na lawra give let just imagine that 5% lawra give adu ita the overall the kai dawra 5% increase henkala kani henkala adu ita the kya tare that is 600 tar adu moina hekabri kya henkala piram me to tia 674 henkala khandro hai do mang sai question da 74 kya no 74 that is 74 adu ita di akoina phangmadana 600 phangye mana piramna 674 pere question je kya khene 74 khene kenari bo 74 je kari gina is the 1% of the female water nupi the 1% water that's why 1% of the female wat leba ado itar di s ki value je kya tare 7400 sini light re concept se clear ho jega unka tak Narbo, yo. Say hi, sir. Amuka halake ko no khang da bior. Male the 5% increase ta have ni ka. Female the 6% increase ta have. Ado aina overall say 5 khakang lower je. Aina 6 oini henjen lower ju yai. Sarna sa 5 lo mo to 6 oini henjen lower ju yai. Imagine ta ko 6 oini lower in khala je bhai. 6% of PF.
Pasana class hoga class out te tum lai da.
Tu beja no.
Happen.
Tu beja no.
Ai matham hoy. Bol ju tum sari tum sum ba yaar sa ra. Sidhe ngo. Aina sta 5% and aina logi the overall increase of buja. Aduga C time. Aina 6% and ani muk lower je. 6% and ani muk log tar ga di kai dong ni. Yung sa 6% ani muk log tar 6% 720 kya ta 720 ta dro si 720 ni adu han man piram madi kya no 674 piram dro man overall increase 674 and the kya henge kis raida that is 6 how much 4 that is 46 46 value henga dro hai de basi ke 46 value je kana gi no 46 value yung si value je aina piram value da gi tari ni kana gi no tari ja manga sa gi male gi value da 5 khatani ba akoina 6 loction bi natro 5 khatani bi je akoina 6 loction gi bagi natro tarai ja ado ita di male gi value do si oir ni ado ita di 4600 le ni ado total de kya le 12000 le ni khadona ro kya tare nga sa gi value ta man 740 sinang sang nge ba aduna aina female do hot ka do na female da dum hosian hot pane ko seeing now here I am taking 5% in the male and the female also female also 5% in local level adu loction mamatamda 600 khak tareba adu seida waliba 74 oiga 674 oidong natro the remaining 74 numbers say karigino because here I take only 6% 1% ama what of female what liko adu the 1% ki value je kana hoini 74 hoini 1% ki value 74 itadi s ki value di 7400 na ba doubt le right hot pa di method nakan ani mukti hot pe ko sina lai na ang si yong ki am sang ga gyong adana hayeng akoina ne in any exam maybe SSC or maybe in bank PO winning boy is no question je kaino ham tam da how you calculate how you think the question this is very important this is important also and somebody thinks that when you look at the question oh it might be the question that is not it might be very tough noina ubuda yam lubo marmado adu nateba noi kamaina khallaga hotke haibaduni akoina sida holamadi ludro so for the life no smaina time consuming oidaba pot hotke do buni ko okay now next question amatanga tausi question amatang tauraga question ji ko question ji myam lai question ji in my head there are a lot of thousands of questions lai percentage is myam lai question ji myam lai aina outside the telecom tam that there is no any kind of piece of paper taka laite ado maybe in the number of questions hayang akoina pdf no ida piraga juko sar na pdf ta piri ba question do pdf ki si ado question number alter to ba yai adu question di holakane ba ko loina aina mong yeng da hayang pdf prop ta na hot pam tam ko the now next question is I think question no adum iro ko a fresh fruit ID asang mo hui ko fresh fruit has 40% of water dum iro ko fresh fruit amakatang has 40% of water layebo ko and dry fruit has 20% of water 20% of water le dry fruit na 20% of water le ado ita di how many kg of dry fruit can be obtained how many kg of dry fruit can be obtained from 60 kg of fresh fruit question hai je kaino am tam da fresh fruit se ma je water ki sang sing yawi sang je 40% yawe ba a fresh fruit contain 40% of water and the dry fruits na 20% of water yawe ba the difference is when there is a 60 kg of fresh fruit 60 kg of fresh fruit se lai taragadi dry fruit di kilogram kya thokadage ham question ji are ka dai concept umtang hai kari concept na hai bam tam da dry fruit ka fresh fruit ka moi ini jige marakta difference like what is the difference is water the difference like ko adubu chak mana ba di kari ai no magi pulp hai bidi magi akang ba magi mahi gi saruk se ising gi saruk ata mapang gi saruk se chak mana rodra ising gi saruk da thokra di mapang gi saruk ngai hoy na ado fresh fruit ju dry fruit ju mapang gi saruk di chak mana ga da mana ni ko adane ni apply to this yengo saida 40% of water se kana adale hai fresh fruit 40% of water se fresh fruit le yar Adai magi pulp ta kya leni in pulp hai di kai no mapang da 60% le modro monda laini ka adai tadi man pyramid kilogram se kya no 60 ni there is 60% of 60 se kya tara maka da 100 on to there is how much 36 ni pulp ke saruk se 36 pange ka pulp hai di mapang ki saruk se. But in the dry fruit, in the dry fruit, there is how much percent of water? 20% of water. 20% of water later di magi mapangisaw si kya lay? 80% of the mapang lay draw. 80% of kaya ba? Udra ba? Pulp hai di kaino duni akoi mapang gi saruk tu mahi yaudra ba akang ba saruk tu pulp hai ne ga
Sir.
ising e percent na 40% or mado lemhori du di mapang gi saruk oi bni na ma 60% oi hai ba is the pulp gi saruk 60% lak ni ko sina water gi ne ba mapang gi 60 la sa mana na sai 20% water lem ja 80% pulp gi lu oi ba adu ita di mo sai da pi ba 36 value is magi 80% की value ने there is 36 value is क्या नो 80% of x की value ने x को तो क्या तारे 36 into 100 by 80 तो क्या तारे how much there is 45 kg पंगे को ratio method to follow je the matam sang do boy di ratio method to follow ratio the 40% kya आता है के 40% what is the value of 40% that is 2/5 2/5 से सी कहीं water की सरung ने अदो remaining क्या नो 3/5 से सी pulp की वन pulp की 3/5 वन नहीं अदो इतना दिया वो 3/5 of 60 से क्या आता है that is 36 star. The question the pyramid is ne kahi no 20% je water ne hai kana age da dry fruit ki da 20% je 20% I have the what is 20% there is 1/5 1/5 the 1 je kana no 1 ki saruk se kana ne ba that is water ado ita remaining kya lai 5 ki manung da there is 4/5 se simple ado 4/5 of the ngasai ki pulp se si kilogram masing khangdre ko khangda x loro si ki masing je x lo da su ye isu kai 4 की value तो 36 ने loro ado ita 5 की value क्या आता है 9 into 5 is equal to 45 यार बोय mo noi doubt leiba khotpa adum hairo ko do sar na ngang ba space noi kitang nungai ta ba khot bu yo ju kaim khan ga no sar si khang de khote phajuna dum ai most welcome noi dai welcome
Sir, how's the left side ki si antang hanbiro?
songi ja di simu thalage ko the 40% je water we have 40% value di kya no ina 2/5 na hai draw yeng se 2 to 5 that is 2/5 no se 2/5 se 2 ki sum se ke no sa water ad out of 5 ta 2 je water ita di kya ta ra 3/5 की value je kana we ne se pulp we ne nungwa se 2/5 ne 40% है this is water ne 2 की sum se water ne out of 5 ta adu remaining kya le me 3/5 se pulp we ka adu 3/5 से क्या ये मनों दलोगे मोइना 60 किलोग्राम पिरम ड्रॉ 60 किलोग्राम पीएम में सिको तलो 12 into 3 क्या तारा 36 सिस ने कना आगे इसने फ्रेश फ्रूट की ड्राई फ्रूट की दिखे रहा 20% से वाटर ने है मा 20% वाटर होता है कई दो ने 80% दिखे हुए मने पल्प और ड्रॉ वही नहीं को 80% है कथन और क्या तारा 4/5 नत्रगा स्माइन लवर सु याय 20 di kya tai 1 by 5 out of 5 ta kya no sigi out of 5 sigi manung dai da 1 di water ni kya le moge 4 lem draw adi 4 by 5 ki value is na pulp oil adi 4 by 5 ki value je pulp oil ta dis ma gi pi di ba pulp ki value je si je kya ne ba 36 ne hai re adi the original number putho 4 na 36 ta yer de kya thangya 1 unit ki value kya phangani 4 ki value 36 ka mane 1 unit ki di 9 manare aina 5 unit ki putho kai ta di 9 into 5 that is 45 yabo doubt lebra hairo yabo ini student doubt lebra
Yes, sir.
okay adudi ngasi class ya sida loisalani and lastly and finally I hope grab the opportunity from this institute to join our institute and we have the best faculty experienced teacher in our institution and we will try our best level to crack any examination and we will clear all the doubts that you have in any kind of subject. So we let you to decide to join in our institute. Okay? Thank you very much.